The NBA started in June 6 of 1946. The NBA has been giving out MVP since 1956. Since then, 29 players have won it. We will be using those 29 players here today. Now we are going by decades, so we have to start out with the 50s. There have been 4 players in the 50s that won NBA MVPs. You guys can see here, it's been Bob Pettit, Bob Cousy, Bill Russell, then Bob Pettit again. So let's go get these players. I don't know how, but Bob Pettit doesn't have a dark matter in this game. So we're gonna get his 98 Galaxy Opal for 8,000. Best one on the auction house is literally an amethyst, but it's 1,000 MT. And the last card that ends in 6 minutes is Invincible Bill Russell with 73 Hall of Fame badges. So we'll put 150K down on him, Bill Russell. We got him. Let's get it. And since there's only 3 MVPs for the 50s, we have to get a bucket with all 3 of them before my opponent scores 3 buckets to move on to the 60s. All right, accidentally loaded up current gen, but why don't we just start off on current gen? That's a first basket out of the way. Next play down, he's trying to get a quick bucket in the paint. So what the hell? Good defense, baby. Come on. All right, Bob Cousy and Pettit. Let's get Pettit's bucket out the way. Pettit all the way. Bob Pettit! Go upstairs then, baby! There was no way he could jump that high. Cousy should be pretty easy to score with. He's a point guard. Okay, Cousy! Bang, baby! Let's go. That's all 3 players done. Let's load up next gen. But let's move on to the 1960s. Now, over the course from 1960 to 1969, 4 players won the MVP. The first one being Wilt Chamberlain. This is perfect. 15,000 MT, Wilt Chamberlain. Hold on, put Wilt Chamberlain into the starting lineup. Now, out of the next 5 years, Bill Russell won the MVP 4 times. With Oscar Robertson winning it in 1964. Now, there's no dark matter Oscar Robertson on the auction house that I can buy. We're gonna pick up his Galaxy Opal off the auction house for 6,000 MT. Then he can go in at my shooting guard spot. Moving on after Oscar, it's just Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain completely taking it home. With Wes Unseld winning it in 1969, YBC. You guys can see here, we got YBC's grandpa for 7,000 MT. And since we're doing the 60s now, we're gonna take Bill Russell out of the starting line and put in Wes Unseld. Now, considering the 60s was completely dominated by big men, I think it's only right that we have to get 1 dunk and 1 block before the first quarter ends, or we have to put up this Wilt Chamberlain for 500 MT. First play of the game, we are itching for that block. Force my block. That's what I have to do. I have to try to get that block with Wilt. Oscar, let's go, baby. Oscar, all the way. That could have been my first dunk. Wilt, yep. Wilt, I got blocked, man. Go, Wilt, perfect. Thank you, baby. Wilt Chamberlain, that's my dunk out the way. I just need a block now. Pass it down low. Yes, okay, yes, yes. Wes Unseld, is that another block? Hey, yo, it's a block party. 3 blocks and a dunk done. Now, the MVP in the 70s was spread out decently well with 6 different players winning it. That first player is Willis Reed. The only one on the auction house is an amethyst, so we'll pick up that card. The second player that we'll be adding, that went back-to-back, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 71 and 72. So we're gonna pick up the shooting guard Kareem for 70K. I don't know how this card isn't over 100K. Now, the next 2 players that won it in 73 and 75 are Dave Cowens and Bob McAdoo. Pink Diamond, pick up him. Bob McAdoo's best card again is only a diamond on the auction house. Now, Dave Cowens and Bob McAdoo are into the starting lineup. Kareem went back-to-back again from 1976 to 1977, with the last 2 players that winning it are Bill Walton and Moses Malone. Only players that won MVPs in the 70s were big men. The only players. All right, 10,000 MT, 75th Moses Malone. And then this is how the team looks with the bench being filled with big men. Now, since Kareem completely dominated the 70s, it's only right that our challenge to move on to the 80s is to make a skyhook. But we don't just have to make a skyhook, we have to green the skyhook. And I'm giving myself exactly 1 minute to do it. Now, normally Giannis would be very annoying to play against, but I have Kareem, who has a massive height advantage. And that's a green on the first play. The most unstoppable move in NBA history takes me to the 80s. Now, the first year in the 80s, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won it again. This man is just crazy. The man winning it after that is finally a guard. It's Julius Erving. Yes, sir, there's a dark matter, Julius Erving. The next winner is Larry Bird, winning it 3 times in a row from 84 to 86. Now, this works perfect because Larry Bird just got a new card yesterday. 29,000 MT back. Now, this is where we start getting really good because the next 2 players to finish off the 80s was Magic Johnson, then Michael Jordan, then Magic Johnson again. The Magic Johnson we're going to pick up is the My Team Anniversary for about 20K. Now, the Michael Jordan we're going to pick up is the Dark Matter Zero Gravity. That card art looks crazy. Now, these 3 are the 3 icons of the Dream Team, so my challenge to move on to the 90s is to outscore my opponent in the first quarter only using these 3 players. All right, good defense, good defense. Good defense, Larry. Going down with Magic and just saucing Luka. Magic! Let's get it started, baby. Does Bird have a cheesy fadeaway? He does. He does. He has the good fadeaway. Thank God. Let's go, Bird. Wide open. Come here. Come here. Let's go, Magic. Go flashy on him. Now, Dave Cowens is selling me. MJ. Open. green. This invincible Larry Bird wouldn't miss. Bro, I need that. Good shot. We were down by 1 with 15 seconds left, and he goes right back to the post. We can get a tie. We can get a tie. MJ. MJ! 4-3, baby! Come on! No. Good defense, baby! You know what? I didn't have anything for a tie, so I'm not going to count that as a loss. Let's move on to the 90s. Guys, I set a goal last week to hit 150K before this Friday. Right now, we are less than 3,000. So if you're new, subscribe. Now, the 90s started with MJ winning back-to-back, and right after that, Charles Barkley, but sadly, he's not in the game. The next two players we can pick up are Hakeem Olajuwon winning at a 94 and David Robinson at 95, and we badly need upgrades there. Let's pick up the signature series for 6,000. We can get a hollow Hakeem. Looks like a black and white Hakeem for 23,000 MT. Now, after this, the only player to win the MVP other than Michael Jordan in the 90s was 13-year-old Carmelo. Now, thankfully, his best card in the auction house is only an amethyst for 1,000 MT, so he won't be seeing much playing time, at least on the basketball court. Now, not just MVPs, but the 90s in general was heavily dominated by Michael Jordan. So the next challenge I have to do is get a free throw line dunk with him before my opponent gets a normal dunk. Or I have to put up Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon for 500 MT. You know, make him fake like I'm going to the screen when I'm not, and then go. That could have been it. Timed it too early. You're not getting a dunk. You can have a three-pointer. Just trying to keep him out of the paint. He's determined to get in there. No dunks, dude! I have like 17 big man down there. You know what? We lost the challenge, but we got the free throw line dunking at least. Hakeem Olajuwon both up on the auction house for 500 MT. Enjoy that. Now we're on to the 2000s. And from 2000 to 2003, there was 4 winners, being Shaq, Allen Iverson, and Tim Duncan. So our first purchase, obviously, Shaquille O'Neal. Let's get Allen Iverson. Tim Duncan for 20,000 MT. Let's get him. 2000s, the MVP was super spread out. So after this, you had Kevin Garnett winning it, then Steve Nash back-to-back. Kobe should have had one of those. Then Dirk Nowitzki, then Kobe, then LeBron James. Garnett, 36K. Steve Nash, pink diamond. Let's not mess this up again for 80,000 MT. Diamond Dirk for 13,000 because there's no pink diamonds on the auction house right now. Now let's get Invincible Kobe and Dark Matter LeBron for 20,000 MT. Now this era was heavily dominated by Kobe and Shaq, with Kobe winning 5 titles in it. So our challenge here is to get a lob with Kobe to Shaq, a dunk with Shaq, and a fadeaway with Kobe. We only have 2 tries for each challenge. We were matched up against Kareem and out of position Taka. Wait, that's attempt number 1. I learned quick this dunk wasn't going to be easy. Oh my. I have to use my speed here to my advantage. Kobe, that's a fadeaway. That is a tough fadeaway on attempt number 2. All right, so we need a lob from Kobe to Shaq too. That's the lob. Done on the first try. All we need is a dunk with Shaq. We only have 1 more attempt though. Let's go, good steal. Oh, that's a dunk. That's a dunk. Let's go. Impossible to fail the second challenge there. 2010s it is. Now from 2010 to 2014, there's 5 winners, but 3 of them are LeBron James, which we already have. The other 2 are Derrick Rose and Kevin Durant. The youngest MVP ever for 10,000 MT. Let's get him, hopefully. We end up getting the invincible KD, get Steph Curry, get All-Star Russell Westbrook, Supernova James Harden, and my team anniversary, Giannis Antetokounmpo. All the 2010s players are here. Our final challenge is to hit a half-court shot with Steph Curry before halftime because he changed the game this era. We gotta hit a half-court shot with Steph. If we don't, we gotta give away a copy of NBA 2K23. Close first try. This copy will be given away on my Twitter from half court. That's literally perfect. Dude, that looks so good. This could be it. Come on, baby. Back it up. Steph. Low-key. Jesus, Steph. Just 3s after 3s, and even after more 3s, none could fall, but 2 seconds left. And Curry, come in clutch. No. So sadly, we didn't manage to hit any with Steph Curry from half court. But the only player other than Giannis to win it in the 2020s is Nikola Jokic being the back-to-back MVP. That's Nikola Jokic into the lineup. If you guys love me using every MVP, you guys are gonna love me building a God squad in 1 week from scratch.